America Unreliable, China Deceptive. Why the world now trusts India as a global leader. Imagine a day when the two most powerful countries, America and China, long seen as symbols of global leadership, suddenly become centers of distrust. And at the same time, an emerging power, known for decades as non-aligned, steps forward to lead the world. This isn't fiction, it's the reality of today's global landscape. As America breaks promises and China deceives, India has emerged as the new face of trust. A country that is not only progressing rapidly itself but also carrying the world along on its journey. This isn't just a story of statistics, it's the story of a mindset that believes true leadership comes not from power, but from trust. And that is exactly what India is earning on the global stage today. We'll explore this fascinating topic in detail. But before we begin, if you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an update. So, let's begin today's discussion without any further delay. Let us tell you, the world has now seen the true character of both superpowers. The United States, once considered a nation of firm commitments, is now viewed as unstable and unreliable. Whether it was the sudden withdrawal of troops from Afghanistan or the constantly shifting foreign policies between Trump and Biden, these actions have deeply unsettled smaller and medium-sized nations. Today, there's no certainty that what America says today will still stand tomorrow. On top of that, the internal political polarization within the US is further weakening its global standing. On the other hand, China's reality is even more dangerous. Through its debt-trap diplomacy, China has ensnared poor and developing countries in massive loans. Sri Lanka is the most glaring example, forced to lease its Hambantota port to China for 99 years because of unsustainable debt. Countries like the Maldives, several African nations, and many Central Asian republics have now begun to recognize the hidden intentions behind China's so-called investments. Moreover, China's aggression in the South China Sea, its suppression of democracy in Hong Kong, and repeated violations involving intellectual property theft in trade dealings have pushed it further away from global trust. And at such a time, India has emerged as a stable, responsible, and trustworthy power for the world. India is seen as a nation that neither imposes its conditions nor enslaves others through debt. Instead, it moves forward with a spirit of cooperation. Whether it was sending vaccines across the globe during the COVID crisis or being the first to respond during natural disasters, India has proven that it is not just an emerging economic power, but also a moral force. India's chief economic advisor, V. Anantha Nageshwaran, recently said that India has become a ray of hope in a global order marked by instability and distrust. He emphasized that since 2022, while the world has faced political, economic, and security-related uncertainties, India's economic stability and policy clarity have drawn the attention of investors and global partners alike. Today, India's growth rate stands at 6.5%, at a time when Western economies are teetering on the edge of recession. Even India's bond yield differential compared to the US is shrinking, indicating that global investors no longer see India as a risk, but as an opportunity. This is the result of the trust India has earned through its transparency, democratic values, and long-term vision. In recent years, both America and China have lost global trust in their own ways. America's constantly shifting foreign policy, decisions like the abrupt withdrawal from Afghanistan, and internal political instability have signaled to the world that it no longer moves in a consistent direction. Meanwhile, China's aggressive expansionist policies, trade frauds, and coercive tactics have painted it as a global blackmailer. In stark contrast, India has chosen a path based on trust and balanced diplomacy. India's approach has always been multilateral. It has never tied itself to any single bloc or become a blind follower of any ideology. That's why India is now seen as a global arbitrator, whether it's the Russia-Ukraine war or the Israel-Palestine conflict. India's neutrality has become its greatest strength. Its democratic framework, constitutional transparency, and respect for public opinion form a solid foundation for global partnerships. In the China Plus One strategy, India's role has become more significant than ever. Western companies that once relied heavily on China are now shifting their production, investments, and supply chains to India. Giants like Apple, Foxconn, Tesla, and Google have already begun manufacturing in India. This is not just an economic opportunity, it is a victory of trust. India is no longer just a backup plan, it has become the prime choice. India's transformation didn't happen overnight. It is the result of years of strategic policy making, reforms, active participation in global forums, and a clear long-term vision. When the world was brought to its knees by COVID, India launched the Vaccine Maitri initiative and sent vaccines to over 100 countries. From Africa to South America, India made it clear it doesn't act just for itself, but for all of humanity. India has also shown leadership on issues like climate change. Through the International Solar Alliance, India played a key role in making solar energy a global priority. On platforms like the G20, India's participation has shifted from mere representation to true leadership. This change reflects a mindset that is turning the aspiration of becoming a Vishwaguru, global teacher, into tangible action on the ground. When history is written in the future, this era will likely be remembered as India's global renaissance, a time when, between two unstable superpowers, India held aloft the torch of stability and morality. Amid America's unpredictability and China's manipulations, India's straight, transparent, and reliable path is emerging as the world's new direction. And perhaps that is why today, the world no longer sees India merely as a country, it sees it as a global solution. India is no longer just an emerging market. It has become a decisive leader. And this leadership hasn't come through might or money, but through trust, cooperation, and stability. This is the real strength of India. And this is precisely why the world today sees India as its engine, the engine of trust.
If this video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestions. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.